Welcome to The Gathering.
Welcome to The Gathering and our podcast on what we're working for. We live in challenging times, stressful times, times of polarization and risk. We are more divided at any time since the Civil War. There are conflicts in the Ukraine, Taiwan, and the Middle East, escalating into larger wars involving engagement of American troops. Given all of these problems, what are we to do? At The Gathering, we've dedicated all of our efforts to finding answers to these questions. We've gone deep into the research in multiple fields to find answers to how do we build meaningful lives in a troubled world. What we have found is that these types of problems are not particular to our times. They come up again and again when societies and cultures are in a period of transition, when the institutions of a society are no longer adequate to meet the challenges of the time. What we have found in these lessons of history is that small groups of dedicated people emerge and rebuild their communities in new ways to meet the challenges of their times. Though the solutions they create are different in each period, there are common elements that these small groups of dedicated agents share. First, they are men and women of strong moral values. The difference between those that build new communities where people flourish is that values are more often the result of religious commitment to our Judeo-Christian values. They are seldom secular. When they are secular, they often produce catastrophes like the communist man-made famine in the Ukraine of 1932, which killed tens of millions of people, or the Chinese Great Leap Forward that killed 30 million. In each of these periods where secular solutions to historical change were attempted, the results were not only catastrophic deaths, but also the creation of repressive societies where people live in fear. Unfortunately, the strong moral values that create flourishing communities are no longer taught in our schools and no longer discussed in our common culture. It is for this reason that The Gathering has taken on the responsibility of teaching these values in our podcasts and courses. Practicing these values is not easy. It takes study and discipline. This lifestyle is totally unlike the lifestyle of the pleasure and privilege-oriented society we find ourselves in. It requires a particular form of sacrifice, the choice of doing what is morally appropriate rather than what is convenient or pleasurable, even at the cost of personal discomfort. It requires a dedication to transcendent principles and faith in a loving God that has revealed himself throughout history. It takes faith. So the first steps in building a meaningful life in a troubled world and building new and flourishing communities is working on ourselves, becoming the kind of people who historically have been able to create new positive societies. The second step is building community. We were not meant to be alone. The creation of healthy communities and societies is built on small groups of people with deep personal relationships, the type of relationships where they strengthen each other and provide a framework of safety and support, where we know that in times of need, there will always be others committed to our well-being. At The Gathering, we are committed to building and supporting these groups. The third step is the creation of meaningful work, the kind of work that is focused on improving the lives of others rather than self-enrichment, though improving the lives of others produces more than adequate enrichment. At The Gathering, we help participants to find and engage in this type of work. Finally, it takes engagement, participating in our larger community and contributing our time and efforts in our local community, engaging in state issues and even national issues. Change only comes about and new solutions are found only when we participate in creating those solutions. It's difficult to predict how long it will take to build these new structures to face the challenges of today. We know that they must be based on Judeo-Christian principles that underlie Western civilization and are the basis for our Constitution, principles emphasizing freedom and our responsibility to a higher order. But by transforming ourselves spiritually, by building deep bonds of community, and working together and engaging in our community, we will succeed. Both history and providence are on our side. Will you be one in the brave band that creates a new and better America? The choice is yours, and we are here to support you. For The Gathering, I'm Leonardo Radomile. Thanks for listening, and if you like what you heard, give us a quick thumbs up and subscribe. To learn more about The Gathering and our free course, check out our webpage. You'll find the link below.